Bangkok Aung San Suu Kyi has blown her chance to condemn the worst episode of ethnic cleansing the world has seen in decades. The Nobel laureate, who spent much of her life fighting for her people's freedom, failed in a long-awaited speech on Tuesday to offer any solution to end savagery in Rakhine State. Myanmar's State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi delivers a televised speech to the nation on Tuesday. Photo app Suu Kyi, now Myanmar's de facto leader, defended the country's security forces, which according to irrefutable evidence have committed extrajudicial killings, the slaughter of children, rapes and the torching of villagers. The United Nations chief Antonio Guterres warned before the speech that unless she acted now, the tragedy will be absolutely horrible. World leaders are scheduled to discuss the crisis at the UN General Assembly in New York on Wednesday. It is time for Australia to step up to engage other countries to help solve a crisis has the potential to spiral out of control and destabilize the region. Aid agencies say by the end of the year close to 1 million mostly Rohingya Muslim refugees could be living in squalid Bangladesh border camps. If they cannot return to Rakhine, many are expected to take to boats, generating a fresh wave of refugees trying to reach Australia, Thailand, Malaysia and Indonesia. A Rohingya Muslim, who crossed over from Myanmar into Bangladesh, stands on a roadside waiting for food aid in Balakali refugee camp on Monday. Photo app Myanmar's persecution of Rohingya in its poorest state has also radicalized a new generation of Muslims at a time of growing concern about the spread of Islamic extremism across Southeast Asia. Islamic State militants from the Middle East have been fighting in a 4-month siege in the southern Philippine city of Marawi, and Al-Qaeda last week called for jihadists worldwide to help the Rohingya. A Rohingya Muslim boy carries firewood towards his shelter in Kutub Plong refugee camp in Bangladesh on Monday. Photo app The crisis has also divided the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, of which Myanmar is one of 10 members, as the treatment of Rohingya stokes tensions in predominantly Muslim countries such as Indonesia and Malaysia. Foreign Minister Julie Bishop, who is in New York, should take the lead in forming a multinational coalition to respond to the worst humanitarian crisis in Asia in decades. Australia should dramatically increase its aid to distressed Rohingya and consider deploying Australian Defence Force assets, like amphibious ships, to deliver it. Sanctions lifted when Myanmar started to implement reforms and open to the world in 2011 after half a century of brutal military rule should be reimposed. Australia should also end its defence training and support for Myanmar's military, sending a message to its generals that the Rakhine atrocities are unacceptable in a civilized world.